The following is a special presentation of Extreme E-Speed TV, your new home for everything iRacing and E-Speed.
When it comes to keeping your home cool and comfortable, Evans Air Conditioning knows there's no room for compromise. That's why we've been your trusted
.07 Tire and Service Center is your one-stop shop for all your car care needs, and they're now a Cooper Tire dealer. American tires for the American worker. Buy a set of Cooper tires and get free tire rotation and repairs for the life of the tire. They have a 12,000-mile or 12-month warranty on most repairs. Check out 107 Tire and Service Center. They're located at 6256 Irwin Highway, Chuckey, or call them at 423-620-4970. For all your car care needs, 107 Tire and Service Center. Family owned and operated. And their #1 goal is your satisfaction. Find 107 Tire and Service Center on Facebook or call them today at 423-620-4970.
Racers are dedicated to winning. And Chevrolet Performance's 3 factory-sealed Circle Track crate engines can help you get to the checkered flag first. Whether you're a weekend warrior or a touring hero, on dirt or pavement, Chevrolet Performance Circle Track crate engines are engineered to win, right out of the box.
When it comes to keeping your home cool and comfortable, Evans Air Conditioning knows there's no room for compromise. That's why we've been your trusted HVAC and indoor air quality specialists since 2002.
Thank you for calling Evans Air Conditioning.
With straightforward pricing and free system replacement quotes, our licensed and insured technicians will keep you cool and comfortable. Schedule now for Evans' $59 summer tune-up. Evans, getting you the comfort you deserve.
Race Car Engineering is your single source supplier for all your racing equipment. Dirt, asphalt, drag strip, street rod, or off-road. Their experts can keep you on the track and in the lead no matter what type of racing you do. Hundreds of brands, thousands of parts. Find them online at racecareng.com or call them toll-free at 800-882-7231 and make sure to ask for your free catalog. That's Race Car Engineering, 800-882-7231.
Great Racing USA is green! This is America's leader in racing, the Rogers Dab Performance Parts Great Racing USA Dirt Late Model Series 4Y.
Looking to transform your outdoor space? Look no further than Bama Sheds. As a family-owned and operated business, we understand your needs. That's why we offer no credit check, rent-to-own options. Enjoy free delivery and setup within 35 miles of our 4 convenient locations. Whether you need a shed, pole barn, garage, or carport, we've got you covered. Visit our website at bamasheds.com or call 256-268-8484. Bama Sheds, where quality meets affordability and your outdoor dreams become reality.
When it comes to keeping your home cool and comfortable, Evans Air Conditioning knows there's no room for compromise. That's why we've been your trusted HVAC and indoor air quality specialists since 2002.
Thank you for calling Evans Air Conditioning.
With straightforward pricing and free system replacement quotes, our licensed and insured technicians will keep you cool and comfortable. Schedule now for Evans' $59 summer tune-up. Evans, getting you the comfort you deserve.
Looking to transform your outdoor space? Look no further than Bama Sheds. As a family-owned and operated business, we understand your needs. That's why we offer no credit check, rent-to-own options. Enjoy free delivery and setup within 35 miles of our 4 convenient locations. Whether you need a shed, pole barn, garage, or carport, we've got you covered. Visit our website at bamasheds.com or call 256-268-8484. Bama Sheds, where quality meets affordability and your outdoor dreams become reality.
Speedway for the Pro Late Model Dirt Series here on Extreme E-Speed TV. As always, I am Travis Piercefield, joined by with Adam Johnson. And Adam, we've got another exciting night of racing here. It's Wednesday night, and it is the Rain Dodger 60 from Kokomo.
That's right, another fun one in an action-packed spring part of this season. And I'll tell you what, it's Kokomo Race Day, and with only 4 races remaining until the summer break, tonight we're focused on Kokomo. Now this bull ring has produced some of the most exciting racing this series has seen, and so tonight it should be no different at all. So the 6th annual Rain Dodger 60 tonight, coming up in just a few moments. You'll get some heat races, you'll get some great racing action, but before we even get to that point, I do want to give you the top 10 point standings update for the Pro Late Model Dirt Series. A number of races in now. I think this is race number 5 tonight, but Dylan Perry retook his lead with just a 2-point advantage over Brandon Combs, both of them with 2 wins, and basically finishing every race in the top 5. Behind them, with that elusive win still in his sights, Jacob Laster is 8 points behind Combs, 10 from the leader, so he is within striking distance. Behind him, the top rookie, Drew Hopkins, sitting 4th, 1 point behind Jacob Laster. Then rounding out 5th through 10th is Brandon Marlowe, Aiden Young, Kendrick Hicks, Brandon Bender, Dawson Lowe, and Austin Cantrell. So 40% of those top 10 are rookies: Hopkins, Hicks, Lowe, and Cantrell. So a lot of fresh meat coming up strong so far early this season. And, you're getting a look right now at a little bit of wind blowing the flag around. Pretty light infield right now. Looking at the screen, we're probably seeing, I'd say, about 14 cars have been out hitting laps in practice, and just a moment here we'll get you set up with some carrier heat races, and it'll be pretty entertaining as you see the kind of the storm clouds setting in. Look at that slick racetrack right there. Fans continuing to file in, and while we have a moment, just give you a little update on the Rookie of the Year standings. Mentioned Drew Hopkins performing very strongly right now. 291 points, 14 above Dawson Lowe. Hopkins, the only rookie so far with the top 5, and he's got him in all 4 races. So still looking for that first win. Behind him, it's Lowe, Cantrell, Brody Thompson, 4th in the rookie point standings. Then 5th, 6th, and 7th are Josh Van Weston, Ethan Waters, and Chris Payne. So getting a look at the track here, a little bit of cracked dirt right there. It's going to all fill in nicely tonight as we are here for the Rain Dodger 60 from Kokomo Speedway. So we're just a few moments away.
And as we wait for the racing action to start, of course, the pill draw will get us lined up for those carrier heat races as always. As we wait for racing action here from Kokomo, we'll take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we've got racing from Kokomo here on Extreme E-Speed TV.
107 Tire and Service Center is your one-stop shop for all your car care needs, and they're now a Cooper Tire dealer. American tires for the American worker. Buy a set of Cooper tires and get free tire rotation and repairs for the life of the tire. They have a 12,000-mile or 12-month warranty on most repairs. Check out 107 Tire and Service Center. They're located at 6256 Irwin Highway, Chuckey, or call them at 423-620-4970. For all your car care needs, 107 Tire and Service Center. Family owned and operated. And their number one goal is your satisfaction. Find 107 Tire and Service Center on Facebook or call them today at 423-620-4970.
Introducing the latest technology in the racing industry, Spring Rhythm. Spring Rhythm is an app that can replace a spring smasher, giving you access to the same information the fast guys are using to stay ahead. The app tells you where to set your coilover nuts to hit your install loads and tells you the dynamic loads that the car will see in travel. It also simplifies adjustments at the track, giving you the information needed to adjust loads without taking the shock off the car. Spring Rhythm has been rigorously tested to ensure accuracy. There's no excuse to not be using Spring Rhythm.
When it comes to keeping your home cool and comfortable, Evans Air Conditioning knows there's no room for compromise. That's why we've been your trusted HVAC and indoor air quality specialists since 2002.
Thank you for calling Evans Air Conditioning.
With straightforward pricing and free system replacement quotes, our licensed and insured technicians will keep you cool and comfortable. Schedule now for Evans' $59 summer tune-up. Evans, getting you the comfort you deserve.
Great Racing USA is green. This is America's leader in racing, the Rogers Dab Performance Parts Great Racing USA Dirt Late Model Series 4Y.
Race Car Engineering is your single source supplier for all your racing equipment. Dirt, asphalt, drag strip, street rod, or off-road. Their experts can keep you on the track and in the lead no matter what type of racing you do. Hundreds of brands, thousands of parts. Find them online at racecareng.com or call them toll free at 800-882-7231 and make sure to ask for your free catalog. That's Race Car Engineering, 800-882-7231.
Looking to transform your outdoor space? Look no further than Bama Sheds. As a family-owned and operated business, we understand your needs. That's why we offer no credit check, rent-to-own options. Enjoy free delivery and setup within 35 miles of our 4 convenient locations. Whether you need a shed, pole barn, garage, or carport, we've got you covered. Visit our website at bamasheds.com or call 256-268-8484. Bama Sheds, where quality meets affordability and your outdoor dreams become reality.
Racers are dedicated to winning. And Chevrolet Performance's 3 factory-sealed circle track crate engines can help you get to the checkered flag first. Whether you're a weekend warrior or a touring hero, on dirt or pavement, Chevrolet Performance circle track crate engines are engineered to win. Right out of the box.
We have cars on the track as we're back here at Kokomo Speedway here on Extreme eSpeed TV for the Pro Late Model Dirt Series. Jacob Lassiter out on the track as practice times continue to come in. Over there to the left, you can see how they stack up here with just about 4 minutes until that first carrier heat race.
Yeah, you're getting a good look there where you were at kind of the fastest times Perry and Combs. I mean, hey, that right there, that's your 1-2 in the standings. Last year's 3rd in the point standings, way down in 7th. But I say way down. I mean, the time's not that different, and probably trying different things out in practice. So about 4 minutes remaining until we really get into some action. Side by side sheet metal banging and bruising out there tonight as the sky's getting a little darker here at Kokomo.
Dawson Lowe out there, fourth fastest here during this practice session. There's Austin Cantrell as he'll come into the pit area there. As looks like cars are wrapping up there. We'll see if any more jumps out there prior to our carrier heat races. Beautiful night here in Kokomo, Indiana at Kokomo Raceway here as we have another exciting night of racing action. As always, thank you for tuning in. A lot of work went into, of course, setting up for tonight, so we're happy to have you joining us here. And it looks like we've got about 15 drivers set to take on this Kokomo bull ring here tonight. Looking to see if Dylan Perry, fastest here in this practice session, can continue. Brandon Combs second, Brandon Marlowe third, Dawson Lowe fourth, and there's Aiden Young, fifth fastest. And Adam, over the last 3-4 years, Aiden Young's one of those drivers. He's won in the series before, but really can be hit or miss depending on the track, and it looks like it might be a hit here for tonight as he's fifth fastest.
Yeah, I sure hope so. And Aiden's been, such a strong driver, a veteran in this series. And I remember, a few years back seeing him get his first win, and he just continues to be consistent. And so he's got one top five on the season. Like you said, this would not shock me if this is his second top five of the year. Sitting sixth in the point standings right now, and he's a strong, just a strong presence out there. He's also one that's not going to cause issues, right, in the field. And that's another thing. It's like, what I love about this series, you're not going to get a ton of cautions. You're not going to get the beating and banging. You'll notice after a lot of these races, these guys are complimenting one another. They enjoy racing side by side with each other. So there's that respect level, right? And Aiden Young encompasses that to the highest degree, where he's not going to shake things up. He just wants to show up each night. He wants to race hard and get the best finish possible.
Well, under 2 minutes away here from racing action. Of course, the pill draw will set those heat fields. We've seen that shake up some of those heat fields and then ends up translating to where they start in those heat races. Of course, 60 laps tonight, so plenty of time to get around this short track and try to make your way up through the field, which should be exciting to see how it all shakes out here tonight as they prepare the track. Drivers going through drivers meeting right now. We're going to take one quick commercial break. When we come back, we'll have the starting lineup for Carrier Heat Race number 1.
107 Tire and Service Center is your one-stop shop for all your car care needs, and they're now a Cooper Tire dealer. American tires for the American worker. Buy a set of Cooper tires and get free tire rotation and repairs for the life of the tire. They have a 12,000-mile or 12-month warranty on most repairs. Check out 107 Tire and Service Center. They're located at 6256 Irwin Highway, Chuckey, or call them at 423-620-4970. For all your car care needs, 107 Tire and Service Center. Family owned and operated. And their number one goal is your satisfaction. Find 107 Tire and Service Center on Facebook or call them today at 423-620-4970. Great Racing USA is green! This is America's leader in racing, the Rogers Dab Performance Parts Great Racing USA Dirt Late Model Series 4Y.
Welcome back to Kokomo as our warm-up sessions come to a close. Carrier Heat Race is coming up next as we've got Carrier Heat Race number 1.
That's right. Carrier Heat Race number 1 will be led by a couple of rookies, Austin Cantrell and Drew Hopkins. Behind them, Cody Early and Colin Voiles, with Joshua Johnson rounding out the rear.
So cars lined up here on the track at the front stretch of Kokomo. Everyone wanting to end up there in victory lane. 60 laps will make up tonight's feature event, but we'll get it started here with an 8-lap Carrier Heat Race. Looks like waiting for Colin Boyles. Colin Boyles has ran well this year so far. He'll start 4th here tonight. So out of turn number 4, we'll get ready to go. Green flag. We'll wait. Oh, there's the pace car. Leadfoot Larry way out front. Thought we were going green there for a minute. As Colin Boyles did not unload out of the truck, so having some issues over there in the pit area. We'll send little brother Andy down there to get a report on that for us.
So now this next turn, we should be going green. Hopkins, Cantrell, side by side, the rookies leading the veterans, and we are green from Kokomo.
2 lanes here at least early in this one. That outside line, which has the 157 of Hopkins as Cantrell, will move up there now. So Hopkins able to separate here. Cantrell will fall back slightly there. As with the 4 cars, we've got separation from inside line to the outside line, but space in between them as well. As Hopkins is pulling away here early in this one. Almost a half second between each car here with 5 laps to go.
Quite the gap right now. Looks like we've got almost a full second. Very rare to see that. And this is the type of track where if you get long green flag runs, you're going to get the opportunity to run into some lap traffic. And that could pose pretty messy for the leaders. So keep an eye on that tonight. But right now, Hopkins, like a rocket out there as you get some amazing views here from little brother Andy.
So Hopkins out front, 3 laps to go. Crowd on their feet, getting in the way there. We'll zoom it back out as Hopkins coming now to 2 laps to go, coming out of turn number 4. It's Hopkins, Cantrell, Johnson, and Early here. And unless something happens, that's how it should wind up here with coming to one lap to go. Hopkins moves down to the inside. We'll see if that closes up that gap for Cantrell as the white flag waves.
So Hopkins will hit his marks. Cantrell, not much he can do there. The checkered flag is already waving, and carrier heat race number 1 will go to Drew Hopkins, Cantrell, Johnson, and Early following.
We will now head to carrier heat race number 2.
That's right, carrier heat race number 2. Once again, will be led by a couple of rookies on the front row. It's going to be Dawson Lowe and Brody Thompson. Behind them, Brandon Combs and Aiden Young, with Jacob Lassiter third in points, rounding out the rear.
So passing was at a premium there in carrier heat race number 1. We'll see if anyone's able to move up through the field here in this one. 5 more drivers out on the track, ready to go. Of course, the drone shot up above. So 2 by 2 Thompson Lowe out front. Green flag waves. We're back to racing action here at Kokomo. So Dawson low out front. Combs trying to track him down there. The 9 of Brody Thompson running in third. Aiden Young fourth. Lassiter in fifth here. As you can see up front, things are starting to tighten there as Combs using that inside line. Good grip there off the corner as he'll make a move through this corner on low down to the inside as they head down the backstretch.
Man, this track, it's not often you get to see that low lane work so smoothly. You know, getting that front left tire almost off the ground. Man, he goes low, and Combs almost loses more grip going high. So that might be the preferred lane is down low, but this is a heck of a camera angle just seeing how hard they have to jerk it and work the wheel.
So Lowe's able to hold on to it so far as Combs now working his outside. He will hold him off for now. 3 laps to go here. Thompson still in third, Young fourth, Lassiter rounding out the field in fifth. As it's still Dawson low out front. He's holding off Combs. Combs moves down to that middle line now, trying to pinch him down. Combs will actually lead the lap. 2 laps to go.
Man, save some of this action for the main event, but man, this is fun to watch right now.
White flag will wave. Combs out front now as he's got a commanding lead on that outside line. He'll pull away down the backstretch here on the final lap. Carrier heat race number 2 going to Brandon Combs. Low second. Battle for third heats up as it will be Thompson just in front of Aiden Young. Move on to Carrier heat race number 3.
That's right, and Carrier heat race number 3 will only feature one rookie starting last, but it'll be Kendrick Hicks, Brandon Bender in row 1. Behind them, defending champ Dylan Perry side by side with Brandon Marlowe, and Ethan Waters rounding out the rear. So this group right here has got a couple of Georgians in the mix, Perry and Waters, and a veteran and a rookie. Other than that, a lot of really good talent in this one right here.
Close shot here. Carl Watkins, your flag man tonight. Pride and Joy of Carmel, Indiana.
Good to have Carl back after a tragic passing of his wife Linda, but I know this is kind of home for him. The crowd kind of gave him a little bit of a round of applause earlier, and yeah, Linda, what a great woman. Great peach cobbler, speaking of Georgia. It's always appreciated that about her, so wasn't aware of the news until I arrived at the track today, so put my spoon and bowl away.
Two by two, green flag waves, back to racing action here. Kendrick Hicks out front here for the moment. Dylan Perry making a move to that inside line, quick 3 wide down the backstretch.
Oh man, they're getting racy. Everyone using the top of the track, bottom of the track, and Ethan Waters in the back just kind of using the middle for a moment as he almost disappears and he's back, and Hicks holding the lead, but look at that. Dylan Perry like a rocket holding that outside line, but Marlowe might be onto something. We saw it kind of working for Combs on the low line, but it looks like for a moment he may have it, but Perry's finding some grip up there.
Kendrick Hicks running in the middle there. He's the cup right now between Perry and Marlowe.
And you can see there's just a pipeline of great drivers. I mean, across the nation. That's what's fun is like we mentioned the Georgia drivers, but I've seen guys from the Alaska pipeline, just all sorts of talent from across the United States. And Perry shines above the rest. Oh, it looks like that Marlowe not in a good. Oh, and we get the caution flag. Interesting.
There's the tire. Big fan Joey in Memphis, always concerned when the tire comes off. So everything appears to be A-OK here as the pace car comes on out. First caution of the night as it's our former champion and back-to-back champion Dylan Perry.
Looks of some of these fans, a little moist, a little swampy tonight. Love all the camera angles we get though with our fans here.
So Dylan Perry, Brandon Bender will start out front here. I believe there's 3 laps to go when this one goes back to racing action. This, of course, will put the winner in the 3rd starting position there for our 60-lap Rain Dodger tonight.
I think this is 5 more laps than the I-55 race last week, so we're slowly increasing it. Lap time's pretty similar, around 12 seconds and change, almost 13 depending on the lap, so we'll see if they go green next time by. You see Dylan warming up those tires, getting any debris off of it. Looks like Marlowe's coming back on the track, so they're just waiting for him to get his car ready, and it looks like it's at the point where it is now, so pace car lights are off. He pulls off very aggressively. We'll get a green flag action here in just a moment.
So Dylan Perry, Brandon Bender out of turn number 4. Green flag waves. We're back to racing action. Only 2 laps remaining now as Bender's looking to the inside of Dylan Perry, trying to make a move for that lead down the backstretch.
Yeah, I'm not sure it's going to work. Yeah, it may against other drivers, but Dylan Perry just doesn't make mistakes and might be a little too short there for Bender as Perry's starting to pull away now, approaching the white flag.
This time by checkered flag waves. Dylan Perry, carrier heat race number 3 winner. Brandon Bender, 2nd. Hicks, 3rd. Waters, 4th. Marlowe in that 5th position. And with that, we'll move on to our Combs Cuts Last Chance Showdown.
So this will be a 3-car battle. Not to the death, but to a very, scary point probably. Colin Voiles, Jacob Laster, Brandon Marlowe will be your 3 drivers out there. So you get a little 1, 2, 3 look. A little drone shot from above. The lights are bright, but not too bright for these drivers. We should be able to get that pace car rolling in just a second now.
Green flag waves. Brandon Marlowe, Jacob Lassiter, no Colin Voiles. So it's going to be a 2-car battle here. Brandon Marlowe and Lassiter to see who fights off starting at the back of the pack here in this 60-lap Rain Dodger tonight. So Lassiter here halfway, jumping out front. He's got about 0.8 of a second on Brandon Marlowe behind him here. So some extra track time here for these two drivers as they prepare for that Rain Dodger 60 tonight. Of course, after this, we'll take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll have that starting lineup and, of course, 60-lap feature event here on Extreme eSpeed TV.
So just approaching 2 laps to go here. Lassiter and Marlowe got about a gap of what looks to be a second, just under, depending on what part of the track you are on. So 2 to go. Lassiter, of course, joining us, one of the OG drivers from Dresden, Tennessee. White flag, Marlowe joining us from Benton, Missouri. So not too far apart, as Lassiter will just need to do one more turn. And just like that, the Combs Cuts Last Chance Showdown goes to Jacob Lassiter, with Brandon Marlowe just behind him by, looks to be 1 second and 16 tenths. So with that, we'll take a quick commercial break here in just a moment.
As we will have that Rain Dodger 60 coming up next here from Kokomo, as you're watching the Pro Late Model Dirt Series here on Extreme eSpeed TV.
107 Tire and Service Center is your one-stop shop for all your car care needs, and they're now a Cooper Tire dealer. American tires for the American worker. Buy a set of Cooper tires and get free tire rotation and repairs for the life of the tire. They have a 12,000-mile or 12-month warranty on most repairs. Check out 107 Tire and Service Center. They're located at 6256 Irwin Highway, Chuckey, or call them at 423-620-4970. For all your car care needs, 107 Tire and Service Center. Family owned and operated. And their #1 goal is your satisfaction. Find 107 Tire and Service Center on Facebook or call them today at 423-620-4970.
Racers are dedicated to winning. And Chevrolet Performance's 3 factory-sealed Circle Track crate engines can help you get to the checkered flag first. Whether you're a weekend warrior or a touring hero, on dirt or pavement, Chevrolet Performance Circle Track crate engines are engineered to win, right out of the box.
When it comes to keeping your home cool and comfortable, Evans Air Conditioning knows there's no room for compromise. That's why we've been your trusted HVAC and indoor air quality specialists since 2002.
Thank you for calling Evans Air Conditioning.
With straightforward pricing and free system replacement quotes, our licensed and insured technicians will keep you cool and comfortable. Schedule now for Evans' $59 summer tune-up. Evans, getting you the comfort you deserve.
No matter what type of racing you do, hundreds of brands, thousands of parts. Find them online at racecareng.com or call them toll free at 800-882-7231 and make sure to ask for your free catalog. That's Racecar Engineering, 800-882-7231.
Great Racing USA is green! This is America's leader in racing, the Rogers Dabbs Performance Parts Great Racing USA Dirt Late Model Series 4Y.
Looking to transform your outdoor space? Look no further than Bama Sheds. As a family-owned and operated business, we understand your needs. That's why we offer no credit check, rent-to-own options. Enjoy free delivery and setup within 35 miles of our 4 convenient locations. Whether you need a shed, pole barn, garage, or carport, we've got you covered. Visit our website at bamasheds.com or call 256-268-8484. Bama Sheds, where quality meets affordability and your outdoor dreams become reality.
Welcome back to Kokomo Speedway as we have the Pro Late Model Dirt Series back in action tonight for the Rain Dodger 60. Of course, as always, shout out to our race director, John Hine, doing a dang good job again here tonight at Kokomo, moving us through this program. No midnight starts here with the Pro Late Model Dirt Series. Promptly moving things along here as usual, as we'll get to that Rain Dodger 60 here coming up next. So as we get prepared for these 60 laps here, Adam, anyone on your list is a watch list here tonight at Kokomo?
Yeah, I think Brandon Combs has a really big chance here to take that back from Dylan Perry. I will say, though, if I'm the competition, I'm a little nervous at, just how smooth Dylan Perry looked out there in his carrier heat race, just holding that top line. He's going to want to get there. He can handle being on the bottom if that's what it takes, but I think Brandon Combs and Lassiter and Hopkins, really, the more I've been watching Hopkins, and obviously he's a rookie, so we only had the 4 opportunities, but even watching him in that heat race, this could come down to really a Hopkins-Perry battle, something that may be the first of many that we get to watch here in the Pro Late Model Dirt Series. So that's kind of who I have an eye on at the moment. But looking at, in just a moment, we'll be getting your starting lineup here, and that's kind of where my head's at. And we're just getting started. 60 fun laps coming up. They're about 12, 13 seconds apiece, so it's going to go quickly, but it's also going to, you get some green flag laps. We may get some lap traffic in the mix, so all sorts of things to look out for tonight from Kokomo.
All sorts of things here as the night has set here on the track. Lights are bright. Cars are warming up in the work areas. We're getting closer and closer to that feature event here tonight, as it looks like 14 drivers. Colin Boyles was one car that never unloaded. Did see the hauler show up, but must have had some car issues in the pit area. Never made it out here onto the track. But as we come down to 3 minutes before lineups here, we're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we'll have that starting lineup for tonight's Rain Dodger 60 from Kokomo Speedway.
107 Tire and Service Center is your one-stop shop for all your car care needs, and they're now a Cooper Tire dealer. American tires for the American worker. Buy a set of Cooper tires and get free tire rotation and repairs for the life of the tire. They have a 12,000-mile or 12-month warranty on most repairs. Check out 107 Tire and Service Center. They're located at 6256 Irwin Highway, Chuckey, or call them at 423-620-4970. For all your car care needs, 107 Tire and Service Center. Family owned and operated. And their #1 goal is your satisfaction. Find 107 Tire and Service Center on Facebook or call them today at 423-620-4970.
Racers are dedicated to winning. And Chevrolet Performance's 3 factory-sealed circle track crate engines can help you get to the checkered flag first. Whether you're a weekend warrior or a touring hero, on dirt or pavement, Chevrolet Performance circle track crate engines are engineered to win. Right out of the box.
When it comes to keeping your home cool and comfortable, Evans Air Conditioning knows there's no room for compromise. That's why we've been your trusted HVAC and indoor air quality specialists since 2002.
Thank you for calling Evans Air Conditioning.
With straightforward pricing and free system replacement quotes, our licensed and insured technicians will keep you cool and comfortable. Schedule now for Evans' $59 summer tune-up. Evans, getting you the comfort you deserve.
Welcome back to Kokomo Speedway as we are 10 seconds away from getting lined up here for the 2025 Rain Dodger 60 here from Kokomo Speedway. And Adam, I know you're chomping at the bit looking at that schedule. What do we have coming up here for the Spring Nationals?
Yeah, well, after this, we'll have Lucas Oil Speedway next week, and of course, that's going to be one of our crown jewel races, our second one of the season. We had Lernerville back on the 5th of February, and then we'll have a week off at the end, the last Wednesday of March, and then April 2nd, April 8th, and April 9th before a big break, and then Fall Nationals kick back off in September, that being the 9th. So April 2nd, April 8th, and April 9th, keep those on your calendar, but don't forget next week Lucas Oil. So it goes Lucas Oil, Knoxville Raceway, and then back-to-back at Fairbury before the break before fall. So getting a look at the field starting to grid out there. We are getting very, very close as the lights are bright. The sun has set, and here's your starting lineup. It's going to be Drew Hopkins, the rookie, side-by-side with Brandon Combs. Behind them in row 2, the defending champ Dylan Perry and Austin Cantrell. Row 3, Dawson Lowe and Brandon Bender. Row 4, Joshua Johnson and Brody Thompson. Rounding out the top 10 will be Kendrick Hicks and Cody Early. Behind them in row 6, you have Aiden Young and Ethan Waters. Row 7, Jacob Lassiter and Brandon Marlowe with Colin Voiles rounding out the rear. They're starting to move and groove through there, get those tires warm, and it'll be 60 laps.
So 2x2, we get ready to go here for 60 laps at Kokomo Speedway. Me and George Blah. Green flag waves, and we're racing at Kokomo. Dylan Perry making a quick move there down to the inside line. Looking at the leaders here very quickly on lap number 1. Dylan Perry to the lead is now Hopkins trying to battle back at that outside line. Combs watching on from third as Dylan Perry, one of them bottom feeders down there in that inside line here, working early as the front 5 have separated from themselves. You look back in the pack, big hornet's nest back there of drivers. racing action all over the places. Here comes Hopkins on the outside of Dylan Perry here, trying to regain that lead.
Oh, we got our first caution of the night for Cody early.
So line back up 2 by 2 here as we get ready to go. So line back up, Hopkins, Perry, row number 1, Combs and Bender there in row number 2. Green flag waves as Hopkins, Perry takes us back to green. There's the 28 of Combs jumping out on the attack, as is Brandon Bender here, as things get right back heated up to where they were before that caution here as we work lap number 8.
Yeah, and you've got Jacob Lassiter, third in points, kind of your hard charger. Up 7 spots now he's flip-flopping a lot now. So there's a lot going on in the middle of the field, but Hopkins, he was my pick when you kind of asked me earlier who I thought would be strong, and I think Hopkins is going to be the best driver on this track to give Dylan Perry a run for his money. But Dylan Perry, he's going to want that outside lane, and right now Hopkins, takes it right back. So that's important because Perry's coming.
Hicks still off the track as it looks like he's now back out on the, back off the track. He's 2 laps down now after that incident there with the first caution. Now a dozen laps into this race, it's still Hopkins and Dylan Perry out front. Combs and Bender continue to battle for third as Lowe's up to 5th. Real quick, our butt kicker hard charger, Jacob Lassiter, up 6 spots up to 7th now, so a good run for him here early at Kokomo.
Getting a good look right there at the rookie Hopkins once again. Like I said, if we can get those green flag laps in, we may get some lap traffic, but also not the largest field, probably the smallest field we've had so far this season.
So Dylan Perry now into that second spot. He's trying to hold off Brandon Combs there, go back in the pack. 3-car battle here. Adam loves a 3-way battle here, middle of the pack, as it's Lassiter, Marlowe, and Johnson up ahead, and now there's Aiden Young. He's trying to poke in there as well.
Yeah, man. It's a great drive right now happening from Drew Hopkins, Dylan Perry, side by side, and yeah, like I said, I'm not used to seeing Dylan Perry kind of go low, so he's going to stick to his strategy right now, I think, is we may get some lap traffic in the mix, and happened earlier than I thought.
That's Kendrick Hicks. He got back out on the track as he slows down there to the inside, lets them pass. He's currently now 6 laps down as he runs in the 14th position. Is now Hopkins, but you can see the tail end of the field not too far up ahead here is quickly 21 laps into this, now a third of the way through this one. The front 3 have broken away. Of course, tire wear can come into play, so something to think about here as we count down the laps there. But then you go back to Marlowe, Johnson, and Lassiter. That's that battle for 6th position. Continues side-by-side racing action here. There's Lassiter poking through there now. Leaders out front, still Hopkins, as he has a half a second lead over Dylan Perry here as we're counting down the laps. Hopkins holding off Perry here up front. As Perry just following in his tracks, little gamemanship here. As we've got coming to the halfway mark, we'll have cross sticks next time by. And there's the tail end of the field, so lap traffic is going to come into play here in the next handful of laps, if not sooner. As they now didn't even take a corner. They're on that back bumper of Waters, who currently runs in the 13th position.
Just like that, we are now over the halfway point in this Rain Dodgers 60. So always nice to see the rain not affecting races like this. And we have cars all over the track right now, as there's plenty of space and separation for cars to make their moves and really drive in.
So Ethan Waters down. The next car is that Cody Early machine up ahead. As you can see, Hopkins is caught up to him. The close battle on the track now has added Brandon Bender to it. As Marlowe's able to move by, he's up into 5th now. So that Marlowe, Lassiter, Bender group is moving up through the field now. As they move up to 4th as they go around Dawson Lowe there. Marlowe to the inside. So that'll put Marlowe up into 4th as Lowe trying to hold on to that position. It's Combs, Perry, and Hopkins up ahead, our 3 podium drivers as they run right now with just 25 laps to go.
Interesting. It's rare we've seen races like this season where it's almost equally separated, a lot of these cars. And you'll hit certain corners where they'll catch up for a brief moment on one another, but very interesting that you get a look right there. Man, Drew Hopkins doing everything he can. He's got a long 22 laps and change to go.
So 23 laps to go. Hopkins trying to hold off Dylan Perry. As now they've put Cody Early and Brody Thompson a lap down. That battle there, middle of the top 10, still the most heated battle here on the track. As Marlowe's up to 4th, Lowe 5th, Bender 6th, Lassiter 7th, Aiden Young now in the 8th position. Brandon Marlowe running in 4th is our butt kicker, hard charger leader right now, up 10 spots, started 14th, tail end of the field, was in that last chance showdown presented by Combs Cuts. And now he's rocking a top 4 position here with 20 laps to go. Dylan Perry on the attack now of that 157. Hopkins now with 17 laps to go. pay window is about to open here as Perry making a move on Hopkins, but Hopkins will ratchet it up a little bit as well as they'll trade that position back and forth down the backstretch.
Man, this is the battle that I was talking about all pre-race. I need to see this. We don't, you got a rookie and a vet. Oh, as you see, that did not work.
So it is Dylan Perry up front now. A dozen laps to go here as the laps count down in this 2025 Rain Dodger 60. Dylan Perry looking to pick up another victory here in this Pro Late Model Dirt Series. Combs is about 2 seconds back on this pack up front. And then it's another second and a half to Brandon Marlowe. So Brandon Combs sitting pretty for a top 3 podium finish right now as we had that caution on lap number 7. And we have been green ever since, now just 10 laps to go.
Man, the race is flying by and really just all sorts of battles on the track at different points. Wish we could catch them all, but there's just, lap traffic now playing a fact. And man, I'm telling you, you're getting a good look right there at Aiden Young. Up 4 spots, a couple in front of him. You've got Brandon Marlowe up 10 spots. Incredible, performance from Marlowe, and if he can crack a podium, would love to kind of hear his strategy and what worked for him, but still plenty of laps to go, 7 and change as we approach the 7-lap mark.
As up front, it's still Dylan Perry, and you can see how close he is to that 7th place running Aiden Young up ahead here, as he's now stretched his lead over Drew Hopkins to 0.8 of a second. Caution flag wave, 6 laps to go. And it's Cody early in the wall, as he's still there rim riding that around the track, as we'll get back to green here with what will be 5 laps to go now. Second caution of the night, as that will bunch him back up with Dylan Perry leading Drew Hopkins, Brandon Combs, and Brandon Marlowe.
Yeah, and I don't know how much film study, how much tape is on Dylan Perry, but for Drew Hopkins, it's going to have to be about one of the most perfect restarts of his career to get past Dylan Perry. It's quite the challenge.
So here we go. It will be Dylan Perry, Drew Hopkins, Brandon Combs, Brandon Marlowe looking. Oh, and they wave it off. Drew Hopkins there was eager and ready to go there, but they'll wave it off and do it again. Green flag waves. Dylan Perry takes us back to green. 6 laps to go. Good restart by Hopkins as the Brandons are down on that inside line there. Jacob Lassiter now jumping up into the top 5 as well. Oh, Hopkins into the wall. We'll see if the caution will wave. It will take him back to the pack, though.
Caution.
There it is, but he had a great... led a majority of this one and then got into the wall there on the backstretch as our 3rd caution now here with 5 laps to go.
Oh man, that is heartbreak for the rookie as his tire or someone's tire looks to be out there, and that really opens the door though for a guy like Brandon Marlowe up just having a phenomenal night, and night's not over yet. There's still 5 laps to go, but I'm thinking of our guy Drew Hopkins right there. We had a real opportunity at a Perry Hopkins veteran rookie battle there.
Green flag waves. Dylan Perry now trying to hold off Brandon Combs. Brandon Marlowe in the third position. As the Brandons continue to run that inside line there, trying to make it work, is now 3 laps to go. Oh, and Marlowe goes around. That is our second straight restart that a top 3 driver either wrecks or almost wrecks. Marlowe will keep it going. He'll hold on to that third position. Two laps to go this time by. Dylan Perry looking to hold on. The battle is behind him. That third place and final podium spot to talk to Adam. Battle is continuing to heat up as Dylan Perry now has over a second lead over Brandon Combs.
And Brandon Marlowe, he'll have a strong finish up 11 spots, but tonight it's all about Dylan Perry. Flash bulbs are in the air, and boom, Dylan Perry wins the Rain Dodger 60 from Kokomo Raceway.
Brandon Combs second, Brandon Marlowe in third. Oh, I think I saw Joey there up in the backstretch grandstands. I could recognize him there for a minute.
Oh, it's one of the cars seems to drive through the pyrotechnics. Oh wow.
So Dylan Perry, Brandon Combs, Brandon Marlowe will join us here in a moment as the Kokomo Rain Dodger 60 comes to a close here for another night of Pro Late Model Dirt Series action. As always, thanks for tuning in to Extreme E-Speed TV tonight as we wait for those top 3 drivers to join us up here in the booth. We'll show you those final results here from Kokomo tonight. As we will talk to our third place driver first. Adam's got our third place finisher, Brandon Marlowe.
That's right, joined alongside Brandon, and man, what a battle. You were the hard charger of the night, up 11 spots. Do you feel like if there were 10, 15 more laps, you could even move up a couple more spots?
I'm not sure, but with the way the caution fell there at the end, honestly, I didn't even see the front few guys until the caution came out. So I'm not sure really where they were running or how the race was playing out up there. I playing catch up the whole race. So I would like to see the caution maybe 10 or 15 laps sooner. So I had a little bit more time. To try to make a run at them, getting saved by a caution.
Well, you had to like your car there by the end of the night compared to the start. So what kind of led to you maybe not starting so hot, but obviously up 11 spots, you had one of the best cars, but I don't know if it was maybe practice or heat races as you're still trying to get the car tuned up, but it ended up working in the race, clearly. Did it feel a little off in the beginning of the night?
Yeah, with the setup change tonight, I was just kind of thrown for a loop there in the beginning, and finally found something that worked that could roll the bottom. I'm not one to really get up and rip the fence, so just had to find something that would rotate on the bottom and have some drive off the corner.
So, quick question for you. You're moving up now in the standings. You come in 5th, and looking at some of the races ahead, you got Lucas Oil Speedway, and we've got Fairbury still coming up. Anything you're excited for coming up?
I enjoy Lucas Oil. I think that track race is pretty good, so hopefully that'll go well.
Awesome. Well, before we let you go, I want to give you a chance to shout out any partners and sponsors.
I just got to give a shout out to all the guys at Hot Lap Heroes, just, hopping on here and just putting in laps, practicing. Shout out to Jacob Lassiter for, he's always on here helping out, just putting in laps. He's had a good season so far. I think he's sitting third in points. Had another top 5 tonight. Cody for putting this deal on, and you guys for always putting on a good broadcast.
Awesome. Thank you, Brandon. Marlowe, appreciate the time, and we'll be talking to you soon.
All right, appreciate it.
That's our third place finisher, Brandon Marlowe. Now joining us is our second place finisher, Brandon Combs. Brandon, good run tonight. You had Dylan Perry and Drew Hopkins out there in front. Those cautions came out late. You had to be chomping at the bit trying to get up there and putting an attack on Dylan for the win.
Yeah, we were going to give it a good shot there. Those two, they were just way better than me up against offensive 1 and 2, and then just being able to roll through 3 and 4 with more speed than what I could do. I was struggling just myself behind the wheel with trying to be just confident and consistent with running the top there in 1 and 2, and I'd hit it every now and again, and I'd kind of catch them up a little bit, and then all of a sudden it'd be like I just threw a parachute out. But no, I mean that was a good race. That was fun watching them guys race up there. I was hoping that they would have kept racing a little bit more. Started reeling them in just a little bit when they were racing so hard, but I think even then, after they quit, even after they got settled out a little bit and weren't racing nearly as hard for each other, they kind of stretched the legs back out on me a little bit. But I think we had a top 5 car. I don't know about a podium car, but for sure top 5.
Well, next week we go to Lucas Oil Speedway for a Crown Jewel event. How are you feeling as we head out to Missouri for that one?
Only I won't be making the trip out to Lucas Oil Speedway for that Crown Jewel race, but it'll be fun. I'll do what I can to tune into it. I will be on vacation next week.
Oh, nice. Well, enjoy that. We'll miss you here at the track. You're able to come away with that second place finish tonight. Any folks or any sponsors you want to give a shout out to?
Yeah, I just got to give a huge thanks to all the guys over at Chip Bangers Racing, B&B Custom Paints, FHP Consultant, GFP, Zero FG, Perry for the wrap on this car, DPR Performance, you guys over at Extreme eSpeed TV for all the great coverage that you guys give us, and thanks to Cody for giving us opportunity to come race these Pro Late models week in and week out, and hopefully all the fans watching enjoyed the show, and yeah, I mean, it was a good night. I mean, I'm just as happy as if I won a race.
Well, great run tonight, Brandon. It was nice being able to chat with you tonight, and we hope to see you at the races again here soon.
Yeah, thanks. It's always nice talking to you guys.
That's Brandon Combs, our second place finisher tonight, and now joining Adam from Victory Lane, it's our winner, Dylan Perry.
That's right, joined alongside Dylan Perry once again. Another win, kind of solidifies, at least for now, the top ranking in the standings. And Dylan, what kind of worked well for you tonight? It looked like there was a point where after that first caution, we got a really long green flag run, and really things were just kind of wide open on the track, everyone running all over it. So a little bit of controlled chaos, but how did it look from your vantage point tonight?
Honestly, if y'all thought that was controlled chaos, you should have been inside the seat, because it was just pure chaos from start to finish. We were slicing and dicing. Drew got out a pretty good lead for a minute, and I knew it was going to be tough to get around him because he had a really good pace. And the closer we got to lap traffic, he had to kind of move around and try and get around them. So I got lucky and got a good run off of 4, and then I felt like we put on a pretty good show throwing haymakers for what felt like 30 laps, but I think it was really about 5 or 6. But, I mean, I had a blast racing him. It's been a while outside of racing Combs that I've been able to just throw haymakers and trust the guy that I'm racing with will just throw them back and just have a good time with it. But all in all, that was a hectic race, and I'm just glad we survived.
Well, you certainly did not make it look like uncontrolled chaos, but I will say this is one of the first times we've had a chance, you being kind of a series veteran, racing with Drew Hopkins, the rookie, not something we've seen a lot of. What was it like, like you've talked about, whether it's Combs or Lassiter, you have experience racing around them in the front, but for most of this race, you were kind of being chased down by Hopkins. What was kind of like driving side by side with him?
Oh, it was cool. I think me and him used to race here and there back many years ago, and to see him in the series and being competitive, I mean, it always makes me happy. I've never shied away. I've always want more guys to join, and if I can help them get faster, get better, that's even better. But right out of the box, he's got speed, so this is definitely going to be a fun year.
Awesome. Well, before we let you go, two-part question. One, I'll start with this one. Lucas Oil Speedway, Knoxville Raceway, Fairbury Speedway. Anything you're really looking forward to in those final 3 tracks we head to before the fall break?
I'm always looking forward to Lucas Oil and Knoxville, especially Lucas, because you can kind of get around the bottom and it kind of races how I like to. Knoxville, it's going to be either around the infield berm or we're going to be knocking the billboards down. And then I guess I have to look forward to Fairbury because the past couple of tracks we've been knocking the boards down and we've been pretty quick. So I guess I got to keep riding that wave until I hit the fence too hard.
Absolutely. And Fairbury's, that's a back-to-back night too, so you're going to have to like it at least a couple nights of the year. But before we let you go, obviously, Dylan, I want to give you that chance once again to shout out any partners, sponsors.
Yeah, first and foremost, Andy Piercefield and his whole family for everything they do. I definitely couldn't do it without them, and they help me on and off the racetrack. The whole Piercefield family as a whole. 445 Media, or Marketing, my bad. Comfort Dynamics, Harrison Automotive, Extreme eSpeed TV, CBR Race Cars, Rapid Race Graphics, Lickham & Stickham Sons and Designs, CV Used Cars and Parts, MSW Construction, SHP Mafia, Dirt Chasers, Coyote Media, GFP, FHP, all the guys over at Chip Bangers Racing, Combs Cuts, B&B Custom Baits, BPRC, just everybody that helps me week in and week out. I couldn't do it without them, and if I forgot somebody, I truly apologize because I don't think I could ever thank a single one of them enough.
Well, that is Dylan Perry, our winner tonight from Kokomo, as we will wind down here from Kokomo Speedway. Another exciting night of the Pro Late Model Dirt Series here on Extreme eSpeed. As always, thank you for tuning in. We appreciate your support and look forward to seeing you at a racetrack soon.
This copyrighted broadcast of Extreme eSpeed TV Network is intended solely for the entertainment of our audience. Any retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without express written consent of the Extreme eSpeed TV Network is strictly prohibited. We hope you've enjoyed this broadcast.